apa kabar teman-teman? Pia kabare? Ken kabare? Ada lagi Don? Kumaha damang? Ya, pangisto saya. Hey, hartur nuhun, right Don? Well, untuk mengakomodasi orang yang lain, saya ke bahasa, beralih bahasa Inggris. By the way, Nokia, we gonna send you an invoice for the free advertising here, yeah? Invoice is coming. I come from a family whereby I'm anak sulung, so I'm the only one. I'm the firstborn. So when I use this phone, this was my brick, I have to protect myself all the time. And I want to say to all of you here, before I start, thank you to Telkom and the Telkom team for the amazing event. This is epic. And I also want to thank the people from Etisalat, our mother company. And most of all, I want to thank the CEO of EDCH, Mr. Ahmed Aliatim. Maybe you can stand. When I was supposed to come here, I asked Mr. Ahmed, are you sure I need to come? And he says, yes, you're supposed to go because you are also CEO. And I say, CEO? Chief Entertainment Officer. And he said, no, you are Chief Executive Officer for Asia, so you're supposed to come. So I'm very much grateful. When you look at the evolution today, here we are talking about activating future-ready mindset in the age of disruption. When you look at the GSM evolution, mobile operators used to make a lot of money from voice, right? And then things change from voice now to data-centric. And now with data-centric, all we are ever talking about is the speed. So if you are left behind, you will not be able to make sure that you get the money that you are supposed to get. So you're supposed to think ahead and make sure that when it comes to speed, you are ahead. That's why now we're talking about 5G. People are already talking 5.5G. Lima Stenga, right? 5.5G or advanced 5G. There is 6G now, 10 terabytes per second. I just saw somewhere that some people in Japan, they were testing this 6G, and I think they got 1 petabyte. With 1 petabyte, you can download a Netflix movie under 1 second. That's fast. So if you need to be relevant, you need to make sure that you have data packages, and you need to make sure that you know where you are. Now, we're talking about future-ready systems. I was so happy when I hear people here talking that we need to move away from being reactive when we are looking at our future-ready systems. We need to move away from even being proactive. But now it's important for you to be predictive, whereby you are using analytics to predict machine failures. This is where we're supposed to be moving, because it means we're supposed to change our mindset. And when we change our mindset, we are able to meet the team. We had here the pilot who is also into automation. And this pilot, he sent a message to his team and said, guys, here we are. I'm working from home today. This is automation, right? Because he's got predictive maintenance. I don't know what is happening with these guys, but after they had the pilot saying that he's not here, then there were a lot of things going on in their minds, So the mind is something that you're supposed to be using it for 3 things. First of all is what happened yesterday, what is happening to me around today, but also what will happen in the future. We need to move away. Like I hear we are talking about AI. When you talk about AI, we need to move away as technology partners from viewing AI as a threat to seeing AI as an enabler, that it can augment our thinking. It will augment the way we think, and it will help us to automate the repetitive tasks. Because when we do that, it will help us to move from being busy to being productive. But then you don't get stuck in being productive also. You need to be profitable. Do you get what I mean? So you move from being busy to being productive. And from being productive, you also move to being profitable. Because also running fast in a wrong lane will slow you down. Now, it's very important for us to make sure that we run fast in the right lane and we become productive. Why we talk about profitability? Because at the end of the day, if we make revenues for our customers and our clients, then we can be able to hire more people. And when we hire more people, our industries will grow. But the one thing that we also need to move away from is to say that we know it all. We need to continue learning. You know, Alvin Toffler once said that the most uneducated people today, it's no longer people who are unable to read or write, but it's those that are not willing to learn, unlearn, and relearn. So we have EDCH Academy where we are encouraging people to learn, unlearn, and relearn. I was very happy when I hear that they were talking about the availability of skills, you know, in the AI industry. We actually do have a lot of students and a lot of talent in Dubai because the universities are specializing with AI. And in EDCH Academy, we are training people on AI and machine learning. So we can be able to work together and help you there. Move away from problem solving. You know, when you're dealing with a customer, yes, let's solve problems. That's the way to do it. But behind the scenes, let's find problems. You know, let's be opportunity seekers. When you are opportunity seekers, you're always looking for the next best thing behind the scenes so that you can be able to solve the problems. What do I mean by this? Instead of studying of how to become a car mechanic, for example, you are maintaining what is already there. But when you become a car designer, then you are coming up with something new, something which doesn't exist. These are things AI cannot do. AI is limited because it's based on the information that is being fed. But now me and you, we need to think. I was talking to Tony now saying that it's time we stop thinking out of the box. You know, get rid of the box completely and think. Because if you think out of the box, you still need to come back to the box.